Today's topic is 5 best money saving tips. Have you been trying to save money without any success? Have you been trying to start saving money but you don't know how to do that? You are in the right place, my friend. Welcome to YourVibe Media. This is a channel where we talk businesses, finances, and personal growth. Back to today's topic, 5 best money saving tips. Number 1, create a budget. When you create a budget, it helps you understand your income and your earnings coming in. It helps you understand your expenses going out, your savings, and your investment allocation. Creating a budget and mastering your budget is a no-brainer. Why? It will help you to live below your means because you now have a budget. You know how much that is coming in. It also helps you to save money because there's a column for savings. It helps you also to invest, which is multiplying your money because there's a column for investment allocation. Some financial institutions will give you a template where you plug in your numbers and you now have your monthly budget. Some of those templates are very simple. It will just give you a column for your earnings and your income, a column for your expenses, which is your housing, your mortgage, your transportation, which is your car note or your car loan, your feeding or the money for groceries and all that. It also has a column for your tax money and your insurance money. It also gives you a column for your tithe. If you're a Christian, you have to pay your 10% tithe. There's a column for that. It also gives you a column for your savings and a column for you to allocate money for investment. Having a budget is a key that unlocks your ability to grow wealth. It's a no-brainer. My friends, do not sleep on this. Number 2 is emergency fund. You have to have an emergency fund, which is a financial safety net for you in case of an emergency. Which means when there is an emergency, you do not have to dip hand into your high interest credit cards or trying to secure a loan from a bank to service your emergency, which will happen. Emergencies will happen. It's not whether it will happen, but when it will happen. You can do this by first saving $2,000. When you save this $2,000, you have to celebrate that. It's a win for you because it is not easy to save money. Then you have to go further and save months to 6 months of your living expenses. If your living expenses is $5,000, you have to save between $15,000 and $30,000. The first $2,000 you saved should be readily available for you to use. The $15,000 to $30,000 you saved should be held in a high yield savings account. Why do you have to do this? Because you want your money to make money for you. Most banks will offer you over 5% interest on that money. So it's a win-win for you The first win is you have money for your emergency fund. The second win is your money is making money for you. Number 3 is cut unnecessary expenses. You have to analyze your expenses and determine non-essential items or services. What about that subscription for something you are not using, like your gym membership? Most of us, after attending the gym for 1 month, will find an excuse not to go anymore. We can say we are tired, we don't feel up to it, the gym is far, I'm not seeing any result with the weight loss. But remember, the gym is not looking for any excuse not to take your money. They will still be cutting your money every month. So take a look at this and take a look at other avenues where you can cut subscription and find an alternative that will not reduce your quality of life or change the quality of life you've been living. Another way you can cut unnecessary expenses is to limit dining out. How can you do that? By cooking more at home. Remember, when you cook at home, you give yourself the power over what goes into your body. But when you eat out, you're giving the restaurant, you're giving the fast food place the power over what goes into your body. Or how I make this easy for me is I make a weekly plan of my menu. I also shop by myself. I make a list of what I need, and then I go to the grocery store. I make sure I stick with my list. I check my cart before checkout to make sure that I am not adding stuff that will sabotage my savings. And when I come home, I try to fix easy meals that will not take up my time. I will now find excuse to eat out. So making easy to fix meals will help you not to make any excuse and eat out. Number 4, pay off and limit your credit card use. Do you have high interest credit cards? 10%, 15%, 24% interest on your credit card? You need to pay this off. There are 2 strategies that people use to pay down their debt or pay off high interest credit card debt. The first method or the first strategy is the snowball method. This snowball method is whereby you start paying off the lowest balance before the highest balance. Let's take an example. If you have 3 credit cards, one is $500 on it, the next one has $1,000 on it, the third one has $5,000 balance on it. You first of all pay off the one with the $500 balance. This will give you the momentum and the satisfaction to get into the second card, because you now have 2 cards to pay off instead of 3. That gives you that win and you are motivated to jump into the next card. The second strategy people use to pay down their debt or pay off their debt is the avalanche method. This method requires you to pay off the highest interest card first before the lowest interest card. Let's take an example. If you have 3 cards with a 1% interest, 5% interest, and 20% interest, you first of all pay off the card with the 20% interest. The avalanche method helps you to save more because you're paying off the highest interest before the lowest interest credit card. But whichever method you use, the key thing is that you pay off your credit card. And then you have to limit your credit card use. Use cash for lower items. You can use credit card, but you have to be smart. Always pay it off at the end of each cycle. Do not carry the balance to the next month. Number 5 is negotiate your bills. We negotiate our bills by looking at insurance bills. Try to determine if you now work from home instead of going to the office. You can have your car insurance carrier know that your mileage has dropped. This will help you save money on your premium because your mileage has dropped. Another area is you can also check your cable and internet bills. You can shop around, discuss with your carrier, see if they can lower your bill. If they don't want to lower your bill, you can shop around and change your carrier. My friends, remember the key to successful management. It requires consistency. It requires dedication. It requires focus. It requires patience. But when we implement these tips, we can gradually build our savings. We are also able to build our wealth. Thank you so much, friends, for being part of today. And if you have not already done so, please click the like button, click the subscribe button, click the notification button so you're notified when next we upload a new video. Thank you again. Bye.